I am not going to use the mic. I am going to come and talk to you guys. I know that how difficult it is after a nice, beautiful lunch. Really? Okay. But there is always, when there is a mixture of boys and girls, we don't speak, right? But seriously, that is a problem. So this is very important, the medico-legal aspects. It's a very bad law. I don't want to talk anything very law, you know. If I talk about 1986 Consumer Protection Act which has started, then I start getting, oh, then we will all sleep. So what we will do is that we will, as an administrator, then you got to turn the camera here and there, stand here. So I don't need mic. So as an administrator, what are all the aspects? We have to look into that in terms of medico-legal cases. And please switch on all the lights. So all these medico-legal cases, I will ask you 2-3 questions. Whomsoever giving a right answer, you will get a beautiful gift from me. And you are all eligible for a hospital administrator. These are all the practical examples I am giving you, which we are facing every day, day to day. Case number 1. A student is coming from a college. In the laboratory, he is doing a test. So the beaker bursts. Okay? He is doing a test, beaker bursts. So all the glass, his body is covered with various glasses. He comes with the injury in the eye, comes to the hospital night around 10:30, 11 o'clock or maybe 12 o'clock. His co-students or fellow students, they are bringing him to the hospital. Night 11 o'clock, who will be there? In the hospital, an ophthalmologist will be there, general surgeon will be there, plastic surgeon will be there. Am I right? No. Who will be there in the night? Poor fellows like hospital administrator students, or poor fellows like Ashok Thiakarajan, or some nurses. Am I right? So, duty medical officer, patient on the conduct, nurses said, sir, some problem. Sir, 2-3 glass pieces out of boy. Then they cleaned him completely. They removed 1 or 2 glass pieces. Okay. Then next day morning, ophthalmologist came. She checked him thoroughly and she said, put some drops. He said, all right, you are all right, no pain, no problem, take some medicine. So he can go home. So he went home. Then third day he has come. Second day immediately he came with a big swelling in the eye. He said that any problem. Again, they cleaned everything and they said that you take some medicine, will become all right. So doctor also said okay. And there was a CEO like Ashok Thiakarajan. He also said no problem, go. This fellow went to the major hospital. He went to a major eye hospital. There he was found out that a glass piece has gone inside the cornea, got into the trouble, and he was losing his eyesight. You tell me what are all the problems here? What was the mistake here? Any idea? Is there any mistake? Yeah. It is a what mistake? No mistake. If I am an administrator, a person has come, I have treated him. Second day, I gave medicines. Mine is not a super specialty hospital for eye. I treated him. Am I right? I gave him all the medicines. I gave him ophthalmic consultation. I sent him to another eye. I just told him, you go. He went. What is the problem here? What is the medico-legal aspect of an administrator here? If you are a hospital administrator, what are you supposed to do? What the law says. If a patient comes, you are not a super specialty hospital of ophthalmic, am I right? So, the patient himself has gone to the ophthalmic hospital. What the law says is that this is the medical negligence. What is medical negligence? You are duty bound to refer the patient, to give a reference letter to the higher center for an ophthalmic opinion. Am I right? There is a gentleman available here from Shankar Netralaya. So the case is going on. The hospital name is Fortis. The poor fellow who was there, administrator 5 years back. I am not there. I handled the case. So what is the damage? The student life is it what? When you lose one's eyesight, what is it called? My guru is there. The Professor Mutswami is there. I should not ask. If I know that he is releasing the book, I would have said, I given all one book to everybody, please read and sleep. I don't want to talk to you. But unfortunately, I never knew the subject. So tell me that, what is the problem? So this is what administrators should know. When you are referring a patient to the other center, you need to give a letter. A doctor has to give a letter referring the patient. Now, the boy says, the student says that, I'm going for if you lose one eye, it's called partial disability, then they calculate. He is from a very poor family, the first graduate. See how the law looks at it. He is the first graduate in the family, he sold all his lands, studied in Anna University, and doing his PhD. If he is going to come out of it, he may be a big researcher. Then the lawyer says, unfortunately, who was my classmate, he said, Ashok, the damage is going to be 50 crore. Because he can become a scientist. He is a scientist in molecular cell biology. So, where is the mistake? On that day, the administrator and also the ER physician who has not taken the letter pad, written a small letter that this patient has to be referred to the higher center. Do you understand now? So, what is important? Our job doesn't end. When the patient comes, I am giving a treatment, sending him off. This is incident number 1. I am going to tell you the practical aspects what we are facing. In the daytime, one of the leading doctor coming to a hospital, he fell down, some glasses have been pricked here and there, he comes with all the injury, he is going there night, maybe he will take around night 11 o'clock, so he is coming and he is telling, put some stitches, I will go home. What will you do? What you should do? He is your own doctor. Coming in the night with all broken down, with a cut here, all glass pieces in the body. What you should do? Sir, he is our doctor. Please take treatment. Go home. Is it correct?
No.
What you should do?
Inform the police. Inform the police. Accident.
Is it MLC or normal? Is it a medical legal one or normal?
MLC.
Will you inform your own doctor? He is generating business. Your salary is coming because of him. Do you have the guts to tell the doctor that? Go to the police station, I will give it. Tomorrow morning there will be enquiry. Okay? Case number 3, important one. A doctor, one doctor has come to a endocrinologist. One lady doctor has come for a consultation. This endocrinologist and the doctor, they were classmates, studied together for 6 years. Endocrinologist prescribed some medicine for his friend. She also said, no problem, I will take the medicine. After going to her place, she developed allergy. It became a skin disease and it created a lot of problem in her body. And she was very beautiful like Rama Venugopal. After the treatment became like Ashok Thiakarajan. Oh my God, people are loving it. Very good. So, what happened after this? So then she called. He said that, anti-allergic edutho. Legal notice on that. Okay. Negligence, medical negligence. You know what was the penalty? 45 lakhs. Her husband was a lawyer. They were all classmates together. So you cannot take the medical legal aspects because you are a classmate or other thing. I think Dr. Muthuswamy must be knowing what is the case I am talking about it. So like this we can give you hundreds of examples. Okay, what is very important as a hospital administrator, what you should know. One important question for all administrators. A patient is in ICU, very critical condition. Okay. Patient outstanding bill is 3 lakhs and patient is dead. Patient is on ventilator and patient don't collect. You tell me, which is a good hospital, I want to apply and join and work there. Is it possible to forego the 3 lakh bill?
No.
You cannot do that. So is it important to understand the law? What does it say? Yes. You can never retain a dead body in your hospital for want of money. That's what the law says. So what we talk about all these things, no? Is it a law or how this comes? Is there any law for all these medical legal cases? Basic idea. I think the Master of Hospital Administration curriculum should have a paper on medical legal thing and it should know. See, there are 2 things you should understand. The law, generally how a law comes to the world is that A law comes in the parliament. It is being flowed in the parliament, discussed, then it comes as a law. Whereas in medical legal cases, these are all the judgments, based on the judgment, when a jury or when a tribunal, gives a judgment, it is equal to a law. You can always argue with that. Sir, am I right? Sir? So with this, when it is a partial law, it's called a decree. So you can either have a judgment, so based on the judgment, you can all keep on doing it. The first judgment, famous judgment which has come in the case of Jacob Matthew in Punjab, there was a very good judgment. And Bolam's case, all these medical legal cases, the first case was Bolam case, which talks about which clearly establishes about the doctor. A doctor, if he is qualified, that is enough. He doesn't talk about the skill of the doctor, whether it is absolutely highly skillful or not. If he is a doctor, it is okay. So like this, I can quote various judgments and other things. As a hospital administrator, you can never demand the patient money if they are dead, number one. Okay, patient is not dead, he has become alright. Bill is 1 lakh, he is having only 40,000 rupees. Can you lock him? Can you ask for money? So how will you collect the money? I will note down the names of the people who are telling that. I will send the patient home, I will send it to wherever you are going for interview, I will say, this fellow will not collect money, please don't take it. You are not supposed to lose even 1 paisa, you know that? Everyday revenue is very important because whatever is said and done, it's a business. Healthcare is a business because the expenses are going up day by day. And people are asking increment. First thing what they say, they will go to, like my friend Harris, they will go and ask, sir, I want increment. No, next minute, take my resignation, I will go. Then immediately you started looking out for people. So tell me, when the patient is not ready to pay the money, how will you collect the money? What the law says? Can you arrange gundas and hit him? It's happening, no? Can you threaten him? Even some corporate hospital they do. Tall people will come, put a hand on the shoulder, come, they will take him to the room. They will say that, what are you talking? How many legs you have? Okay. That's why some hospitals having retired commissioners as their security officers. What the law says? You have to be absolutely a law-abiding, law-respecting citizen. The law very clearly says that you can give a police complaint immediately, you can call the police, immediately police will come and collect the money and go. What the police will do, I'll give you another example. In the hospital where I was working, Bilroth Hospital, in a neonatal ICU, a child was admitted, condition became bad. The bill was around 1.5 lakhs. Immediately, they paid only 30,000 rupees. Then the hospital administrator will get a call. Who will give a call to you? When the patient is not paying money, when there is a crowd. First is that one lawyer will call you. He will tell you, my name is so and so, your treatment is very bad, why are you asking money? Who is the second person will call you?
Politician.
No, press will not come. Politician will give a call. There are so many visiting our politicians. Jilla Parishad, municipal chairman, all these fellows will come and they will call. And these police will never come. So these people, they called him, then they wanted to shift the patient. And immediately the lawyer called the TV. There are various TVs. And Kerala is known for that. Good thing you do 100 free medical camp. Okay? You give 100,000 rupee discount. Will all these newspapers will publish it? No. One patient dead. And somebody said there was a ventilator, dead patient has been charged. Next day morning, all the press people will be there. Tomorrow morning, there will be big news. Why? In Kerala, we love all negative news. We love it. And anything bad about the hospital, who will spread it first? Our own people. Other people, they will not spread. Our own people. We love it. After getting salary, we do like it. We love it. We spit on the top, on the air. So here, once the patient was asked to shift to the other one, he was put it on the ambulance. What happened? Before the parents got into the ambulance driver took the van and gone. Mob came inside, they completely demolished the hospital for 20 minutes. Complete police protection was there. I went and asked police, sir, why are you looking at it? Sir, before the crowd comes, I will protect you. Once the crowd comes, I will protect them. Because we are the people to save the citizen of this country. So what the law says here, never get panic. When the patient wants to refer out, take the complete medical record, create an absolute record, take the bill, write complete case history, give a copy, and the patient has got every right to ask for a medical record. The medical record is the property of the patient. It is not the property of the hospital. Many times, hospital administrators, we feel that medical records are the properties of hospital. Why hospital is maintaining it? Only for a convenience. There is no electronic medical record. Whenever the patient comes, we want to save the time to refer it out, we are having it. So this is one thing. I'm not going to take much of your time. So in the hospital administration, which subject is very important? And what you should do? Buy a book of Prof.Dr. Muthuswamy, start reading it today. I will sell it. I'll be there in the counter and I'll start selling it. You don't have much books. And there are three major peoples in the medical industry who are good in the doctors and also as a legal. Dr. Shanai, Gopinath Shanai. Please go through the YouTube videos of Dr. Shanai. And another person is that, another person who is there in the Supreme Court as a lawyer. They are also very good. I forgot the name. So they have a forum called Medico-Legal Forum. They used to conduct every time. And simple stupid fellows like me also being called. We discussed all these things. Another doctor, my memory goes right, Dr. Sam from CMC Vellore. He has written a lot of books. I think that should have been a motivation for Dr. Muthuswamy. He has written a lot of books on medico-legal cases. Most of the conferences doctor attends. So if you are a hospital administrator, if you do not understand the medico-legal aspects, it will be a major problem. So maybe this itself, we can have one day full workshop. This is very important. We are not lawyers. And what we are afraid? When the mob comes, we are afraid. When the lawyer speaks, we are afraid. When the police comes, we are afraid. Please never get panic. And you should know the medical-legal aspects of that, which is very important. So whenever, please understand that the medical records, doctor side which is different. Whenever they come, you will know that our beloved doctors, medical superintendents, when there is a problem, they will send to you only. They will not keep it. When there is a problem, they will say, administrator, you handle it. And if you give a medical records once to the patient, next time in the court of law, can you correct it? Many times this happens. All the medical records are mostly written by junior doctors. When it is a problem, you can see three versions. In the court of law, you will go, you will feel very much ashamed. The judge will thrash you left, right and center and middle, everywhere. So before giving it to the police or anybody, please understand that medical records are the one which is going to save you. When the patient is not paying money, take the legal help. Send, and then other thing, you can always collect a letter from him, you can collect a check, you can collect the ID card, you are allowed to all these things. But you can never demand the patient that you cannot leave the premises without paying the money. So how to avoid it as an administrator? How to avoid this as an administrator? Non-payment of bills, how can I avoid? You should be strong enough to have a financial counseling. That's what NABH also says. When the patient comes inside, unfortunately many of the administrators, we are not clear about the packages. That's what Dr. Giridhar Gani said. What is the difference between cholecystectomy, open and closed? Only one thing I say, if you are a hospital administrator, you must know little bit of anatomy, physiology, disease profiling, you must read and you should know. You cannot be ignorant. Ignorance is no more a bliss. If you are ignorant, you are allowed, you are eligible for getting beaten up everywhere. So please understand it. So do the financial counseling, and before the patient is wheeled in for a surgery, 95% of the money should be collected. If you are very good at it, a good administrator will do everything so that you will collect the money and do it. So we can discuss a lot about it. So for that, I request Krishna Kumar to have one more SIHAM meeting in some other place. We have seen the Calicut beach. Maybe we have not seen the other part of Kerala.
Cochin is your place.
Cochin is not my place. It's Perintarmanam. So we can have it there, and we can definitely have those things. So I would request you that medico-legal aspects are very, very important. As a hospital administrator, you should know these aspects, and also you should have the technical skills, managerial skills, how to manage them. Okay? So thank you very much. Thanks SIHAM and all the beloved people having come all the way from the place. So what you should do now when you go out, buy a book of Dr. Muthuswamy and start reading. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ashok sir. And I think he should have been the post lunch. I think he should have taken the session, I believe. Anyway, I think I request Dr. Giani to hand over the memento to Professor Ashok.
I don't have your talk full. Sir, whatever you taught, I am trying to recollect.
It will be available in YouTube soon.